What is there to see here? Let me guess, more red rocks? My friend was a park ranger in Capitol Reef. Between where is the bathroom and which way is Bryce Canyon, I'm sure this was an entertaining change of pace. As a desert lover, I found this story wildly offensive, until I realized that maybe this person just had an issue of color on their hands. After all, Wallace Stegner warned that in the West, you have to get over the color green. You have to quit associating beauty with gardens and lawns. Maybe the tourist just comes from the East or from the coasts. Maybe they weren't used to the color red. I wanted to give that person the benefit of the doubt. But the longer you're out here, the longer your tail grows, as you scamper from canyon to canyon, doing the things that desert rats do. If someone doesn't know how to see beauty in canyon country, it wasn't fair of me to expect them to see it, right? I tried to convince myself that there was an explanation for the lack of adoration for the place I love. After all, when I turn south onto the 24, my shoulders drop away from my ears. I lean towards the windshield. I feel like I can breathe again. But the rocks aren't just red out here. Was that tourist even looking? That's what I told them, my friend said. I can imagine her in her green and gray park ranger uniform, dark hair falling out of her flat hat, telling a tourist that there was more than just red rocks here. I've seen colors in the desert that I wanted to eat, and colors that broke my heart. I've seen dozens of shades of orange, red, and coral, all glowing within the same sandstone walls. I yanked my phone off the couch and started to search. What does Ella Malloy have to say about this? Colors challenge language to encompass them. When someone says they feel color, the serene caress of jade, or the acidic bite of yellow, do not accuse them of using illegal drugs. In primitive life forms, the eye began as a light sensitive depression in the skin. The sense of sight likely evolved from the sense of touch. Ah, that's it. That tourist must have been a primitive life form. On stormy days, I can feel the static red reflecting off the clouds. When the sun just lifts above the horizon, orange light laser beams your body, jolting you back to life. Just after sunset, the sun glows calm magenta and violet, and it feels like the world is going to be okay. Maybe the tourist just didn't have the words to describe the desert itself. Southern Utah is dry. Your eyelids work double time, and your once supple skin cracks like hard mud. Once on a camping trip, my sister famously said that the desert is sensory hell. And she's not wrong. I used to feel agitated all the time out there. Look at this little guy. This is gypsum. Then I got used to it. Then I moved away. And my chest physically hurt when I thought about the desert, thousands of miles from home. Homesickness is a great teacher, Stegner confessed. It taught me during an endless rainy fall that I came from the arid lands and like where I came from. I was used to dry clarity and sharpness in the air. I was used to horizons that either lifted into jagged ranges or rimmed the geometrical circle of the flat world. I was used to earth colors, tan, rusty red, toned white, and the endless green of Iowa offended me. I've never been to Iowa, but one time I flew into Minnesota. As the plane descended toward the ground, my scowl deepened, not from Stegner's endless green of Iowa, but from the infinite lakes and ponds speckling the landscape. There was so much water sitting on top of the ground. It was unbelievable, even belligerent. By the time ground crew lined us up with a jet bridge, I'd turned into a pug. Bug-eyed, scrunchy-faced, and snorting through an unfortunately inbred snout. But I was never rude toward Minnesota, I thought to myself. I was just bewildered at seeing so much water that wasn't part of the ocean. Maybe my defensiveness is homesickness. I came from arid lands, and I too like where I came from. In my 20s, I believed that to be cultured and adventurous, I had to leave home. I flung myself around the planet, fueled by hunger for novelty and the fear of getting stuck, just like the women in my family. Now I know that the greatest adventures I might ever have could happen at home, surrounded by the people I love. Utah, Alaska. Are you willing to let this place work like sandpaper? Smooth, polish, and level you? If not, the answer will always be yes. The only thing to see here is more red rocks.